All right, you guys, welcome, welcome. We are going to go ahead and get started with this online challenge party. I am always excited and enthusiastic to share this information with people. So we are going to go ahead and get started right away. I definitely have a lot of information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight. So I always like to take just a couple of minutes before we get started because I do recognize a lot of you guys, but I also see several new names that I've never seen before, so welcome you guys. Really excited to have you here. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit about my background because it's actually very fitting to what we're going to talk about tonight. I've actually been in the health and fitness industry for about 23 years. I started teaching group exercise when I was in college and just fell in love with it and have been in the industry ever since. And I ended up marrying someone in the industry. This is my husband, Eric. He also has been a fitness coach for about 20 years. So combined, we have over 40 years of experience in the industry. And, you know, first and foremost, we are parents. So we have 5 children, which I always like to take a second to share with people because they are truly, truly my pride and joy. I have a stepson who is in college, really great kid, amazing person. And then we have 4 little ones over here. They are 10, 8, 6, and almost 3. So we have a very busy and dynamic household. We also homeschool, so our day is just very active throughout. And, you know, as parents, I actually made a post today on Facebook. Both my husband and I really take the responsibility very seriously about teaching our kids the importance of being healthy and making good choices. So as I go through this information tonight, really keep that in mind because if you look at the post that I made on Facebook earlier, and if we're not connected, please make sure that we're definitely connected on there. I would love to be able to communicate with you guys beyond the webinar, and that is basically my second home, which is Facebook. Something that I'm really, really passionate about is definitely this challenge. And beyond that, for this to really be a family affair, because something that I posted earlier today is just the reality of things. We really just have very busy households, you know, 2 parents, working jobs, they come home, who wants to cook dinner? So we live in a fast food nation where if we really take a look at it and step back about how the fast food industry and just that whole mindset of living in convenience and quick and easy and things like that, what it has done to our country specifically over the last 20, 30 years, it is really, really not good. So unless we truly take action and start to do something about it, our kids are going to be in much worse shape health-wise than we are right now. And even us in our age demographic, whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, people's health is deteriorating for a main reason, which is just not taking care of their body. So what we're going to talk about tonight is something that will most definitely be a solution to the problem that we have in this country. And all of that is based on the Visalis Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge. So the first question that people ask is, what is the challenge? The challenge is basically all centered around a 90-day transformation. Now, does that mean that people are going to get in their optimal health or shape in 90 days? Probably not for most people, considering the fact that the majority now of people, when I talk to people and kind of assess their weight loss goals, honestly, guys, it's anywhere from 40 to 100 pounds that people typically need to lose. So the 90-day transformation is a realistic time frame that people can stick to without getting discouraged and without feeling like they need to completely turn their life upside down. Now, also, as I share this information tonight, keep in mind this is not a diet. Diets are typically something that are really provided as a short-term solution, and whoever wrote the book or wrote the article or created the supplement behind that diet really knows in the back of their mind that it is not a long-term solution. However, we live in America where it is very money and financially driven. Let's keep it real. So I want you to understand and really remove yourself from the mindset of diet, okay? This is truly about creating a different lifestyle for yourself. However, it is not going to involve you all of a sudden needing to shop at only the farmer's market or buying only organic foods or buying only nutrient-rich foods, which is very, very costly for people, not to mention the fact that it's time-consuming to prepare all of those foods. So keep in mind that this is truly a solution to improve your health, to lose weight, and to just get fit. Especially to parents out there, unless you really understand the fact that if you're not comfortable physically going out there and running around with your kids, I want you to ask yourself, why not? Because we are not created to live in a body where we feel immobile or like we can't fully live optimally at our fullest potential. And what you'll find as we go on is that this is, honestly, guys, in my 23 years in the industry, this is the simplest thing that I've ever seen. It is way fun, and it will actually save you money. So we will certainly be going into a lot of information about that. So how does it work? Basically, you set a goal, and I'm going to discuss the different kits that the challenge offers. But everyone needs a goal to start with. So whether that goal is a certain amount of pounds to lose, or maybe going from one size to a smaller size, or maybe it's building up a certain amount of pounds of lean muscle, or just improving your overall health. Whatever it is, this challenge will help you with that. And then it's basically a matter of tracking your results for 90 days. The beautiful part about this is, unlike other programs, you are not in this by yourself. You automatically have a built-in support network that's going to help you with mindset, camaraderie, motivation, inspiration, special help to really fine-tune your 90-day challenge to make sure that you get the best results possible. Not to mention the fact that there's a kind of a sweet bonus that goes along with it. And this is actually a dated slide because now you can officially enter to win through the Body by Buy Challenge. They give away over $25 million, yes, $25 million a year in prizes, vacation, free products. For the winners, they'll fly you out to California to get a transformation. I mean, it's just unbelievable and a really, really good time. And I'm actually going to be sharing with you several before and after pictures so you can really see the results that this product and this challenge can create. One thing that I really like to drive home with people is the fact that all this is based on good, solid nutrition. You see, most people start a weight loss program and think that it's a matter of lowering their calories and losing weight, right? Like a matter of the number on the scale going down. Well, the problem with that is that because most diets are not based on good, solid nutrition, maybe it's a pill or, something that you stick under your tongue like HCG or just a very, very low-calorie diet. A lot of times when people lose weight that way, the number on the scale may be going down, but unfortunately, what they're typically losing is not just body fat, because that's really all you want to lose. You want to keep everything else. So typically when people go on a weight loss diet, they actually end up losing very critical lean muscle tissue. And a lot of times, that can vary with water and things like that. So first and foremost, if you decide to join this 90-day challenge, never use the scale as your sole and exclusive method of your progress. You definitely want to measure yourself, and we can talk more about that once you join the challenge, but loss of inches is most definitely a better reading of how you're doing on your transformation. So again, it is all about good, solid nutrition. That's why people get a lot of health benefits like lowering blood pressure, cholesterol, helping with intestinal issues, because it is all based on good, solid nutrition. So this is a very important slide that I always like for people to see because really, ideally, in a typical day, we should be consuming a certain amount of nutrients just for our body to function optimally. Because we live in such a fast food nation, I always like to give the comparison that we're a car, And typically, because of the way that we're busy and we treat our bodies and we really don't think about food as fuel for our body, which it really is, we're just hungry so we eat. But if you really think about your body as a car, and more specifically a very nice car, you know, a BMW, a Mercedes, a Ferrari, something like that, you would never put regular gas in one of those cars, because I know nothing about cars, but I do know that it will not make the car run optimally. You've got to put premium gas in those cars. Well, your body is the same way. If you continue to put regular gas in it, or foods with no real true nutrients, your body is eventually going to break down. That is just the hard, cold facts of things, okay? So it may not show up right away. You may not even really be gaining weight. You may not even be overweight eating fast food or McDonald's every day, but trust me, eventually it will show up some way or some form. So every single shake, and we're going to talk about these meal replacement shakes that the challenge is based on, every single shake is equivalent to you eating these very densely nutrient-rich foods. I'm talking 1.5 cups of broccoli, 13 eggs, 5 peaches, 2.5 chicken breasts, 1.5 cups of yogurt, 1.5 cups of bran flakes, 18 ounces of tomato juice, 1.5 cups of lettuce, 5 ounces of cheese, 3 cups of lima beans, 15 slices of whole wheat bread, 20 spears of asparagus, 1 cup of brown rice, 2 cups of sliced mushrooms, 30 apples, 5 cups of celery, 3.5 tomatoes, 3 pineapples, and 30 prunes, okay? That would be equivalent to over 8,600 calories, not to mention the fact that it would cost you over $100 to eat that way. And this is for one meal, guys. In order for you to get these nutrients through food, this is what you would need to eat. So what we're going to talk about tonight, and the reason why this is so exciting as far as the money saving aspect, is because you'll be able to do all of this for less than 200 calories and less than $2. Okay? So what do I take? Like I said, this challenge is all based around different challenge kits, and there is a different kit to specifically meet each and every one of your goals. Now, let me go ahead and put this out there, too, because some people look at the price and say, oh, I can't afford that. First of all, you are taking money that you are already spending on something that's more expensive and less healthy for you, and you are redirecting it into a healthier option. This is based on meal replacement. This does not mean that you are on a liquid diet. This does not mean that you stop eating and only drink shakes, okay? Depending on your goal, you will replace either 1 or 2 meals per day. You will eat that second or third meal, and you will have snacks in between, okay? So these 2 kits over here are more so for people that don't really have a significant weight loss goal. They're looking more so for overall maintenance, overall health, and of course the nutrients. So the balance kit here allows you to replace 1 meal a day. These are all 30-day supplies. So this would allow you to replace 1 meal. If you're going to replace 1 meal, I always recommend breakfast. A lot of you guys are saying, well, I don't eat breakfast. You need to, okay? The reason why it's called breakfast is because you are literally breaking the fast. Depending on what time you ate the previous night, which may be, say, 8 or 9 o'clock, by the time you sleep and wake up, it has been anywhere from 7 to 9, 10 hours before you've eaten. Well, if you want to reset your metabolism for the day, you want to get something in your system within an hour of waking up. That does not mean a Pop-Tart. That does not mean a cup of coffee. That does not mean a donut. That means something nutritionally rich to get your metabolism going, so your mind and your body make the connection that, okay, I can now start to burn things off. Otherwise, if you wait until lunch, your mind very quickly figures out that it's not sure when it's going to get food again, so it's going to store everything that you put in your mouth. So balance kit, 30 meals, $49, okay? If you're driving through to get breakfast, you're probably spending more than that, even just to get a cup of coffee. So like I said, this is going to save you money. This next kit over here is called the Shape Kit. This is one of the weight loss kits. This is for people that have a weight loss goal of anywhere of 20 plus pounds. This is going to allow you to replace 2 meals. So again, you're going to replace breakfast and then just whatever is easier, lunch or dinner. A lot of people say, well, it's much easier, for me to just have a shake at my desk. That way I don't have to go out and spend money on lunch. You know, you don't have to spend $6 to $12 on lunch. You don't have to take that hour out of your workday. Or some people come home from work and they're like, oh my God, I definitely don't feel like cooking dinner. And so it's just very convenient to fix a shake. Either way, it works extremely well. So with this kit, you are getting 60 meals for $99, okay? Please go through your debit card or your credit card and look at how much you have spent this month on 60 meals, and I guarantee it's probably quadruple that, okay? Moving on to the core kit. This kit is for people that are already healthy, already typically working out, you know, in the gym, making things happen. This kit is $199. This allows you to have one shake a day, so this would be either for breakfast or after your workout. And this also includes some other really, really tremendous products. This right here is called Neuro. Neuro is our herbal-based energy drink. What makes this different from any other energy drink on the market like Monster and Red Bull is, number one, it has less than 5 grams of sugar. If you are one of those people that in the afternoon gets a 5-hour energy or an Amp or a Red Bull or something like that, first of all, you're spending $3 or $4 right there, okay? Second of all, you're taking in anywhere from 30 to 70 grams of sugar, hello, which is causing your insulin to spike. So two things are going to happen. Number one, whenever your insulin spikes, it's going to cause your body to store fat. Number two, you are inevitably going to have a sugar crash. Not good, okay? So this is extremely different, not only because it's low in sugar, but it has been scientifically formulated to literally increase and speed up the firing of the neurons in your brain. So if any of you have ever had brain fog throughout the day, right? This removes brain fog. It literally helps you to focus, concentrate on a much higher level, okay? The one additional product that it has in here is called the ViPack. This is actually 4 products in one, and it is referred to as a total health system. It will include all of your antioxidants. It will include all of your essential fatty acids, like I'm sure you've heard the benefits of omega fish oils and things like that. It's going to include all of those essential oils. It's going to include a basic multivitamin and mineral supplement. And, hello, I don't know about you, but I'm 41 years old, 4 young kids. This also has a patented anti-aging and energy formula, which works unbelievably well. It literally does slow down the aging process, okay? $199, a tremendous, tremendous value. Now over here, before I go into this kit, again, sometimes people get sticker shock, so let me just break this down. This is going to be everything that you need for your weight loss system. This is for people still that have maybe 20 plus pounds to lose, but they want to lose it faster. They want to boost their metabolism. They want to also have a craving and an appetite suppressant. So I'll discuss the other products that are here to help you do that. But just to break down the cost, this is $8 a day, you guys. So between 2 meals, plus it includes the Neuro, the energy drink, right, which are $3 or $4 a pop right there. 2 meals plus that energy drink. Tell me you can do that for less than $8. You can't. So that's why I am very confident when I say that every single one of these kits will absolutely save you money. So what's included in this kit is enough to have, 2 shakes a day. This also has the omega supplement that is in this kit, which basically provides your body with the good fats that it needs, which makes it have less cravings for the bad fats, which is unbelievable. It also has an all-natural metabolism booster. So unlike products at GNC or the grocery store like Hydroxycut or some other synthetic metabolism boosters that are out there, this is nothing like that. It will not raise your heart rate. It will not have any negative side effects. It literally naturally will boost your metabolism. It works very, very well. This last product here is a colorless, flavorless powder additive that you can put in your shakes, you can put in water. Basically, it's something that you take whenever you get cravings, or maybe you're a little bit hungry between your shake and your snack, or your snack and your meal, or whatever it is, okay? And again, it also includes your energy drink. So like I said, every single one of these kits will save you money. It's just a matter of figuring out what your goal is and which kit will meet your goal the best. I'm going to go into more detail, but these are just a handful of people that are getting results from this product, and I'm just going to quickly go through some personal people that I have, and then also show you some people on Facebook that are getting incredible results. And just so you guys really understand the scope of this, this is not, you know, some little time thing. This Body by Buy challenge is the largest health and weight loss challenge in the country. In 2011, over 500,000 people joined the challenge. This year alone, in 2012, over 200,000 people have joined the challenge. So just doing the math, we are already poised to have between 1.5 to 2 million people joining the challenge this year, okay? If it didn't work, it would not be growing that quickly. So a lot of people say, well, you know, I want to see if it works for me. It works for everybody. It's just a matter of whether you want it to work, because I'll tell you, a large percentage of you really making a transformation is in your mindset, and it will work as much as you want it to work, okay? I'm just keeping it really real with you guys. So many people just get in this place where they've just become discouraged, they've lost hope, and so they kind of treat this like, well, you know, I'll just kind of try it and see it out. The product works, you guys. The kits work. I've been in this industry for 23 years. I have never seen anything work as well as this with or without exercise, okay? So this is a friend of mine, Shelly. Shelly lives in Orlando. Shelly has lost probably close to 80 pounds by now. She did not do that all in her first 90-day challenge. She has made this a lifestyle for herself. So what ends up happening, you guys, when you end up losing that kind of weight, yes, it changes your body physically, but you have no idea what it does for you emotionally and spiritually as well. Because number one, first of all, you're going to actually finish something that you started, which is a huge feeling of accomplishment in itself. Number two, when you feel good in your own skin, you emit a different energy to people. You have a different level of confidence that ends up transcending into all types of areas of your of your life. It's going to transcend into your work life, into your home life, into your relationships, into your marriage, into your kids. You just feel better about life when you feel good in your own body, okay? Here's another great friend of mine, seriously, one of my best friends in the entire world, Renee Shepard. Renee, again, you know, when this picture went from a size 16 to a size 8, she is still getting smaller. And what this challenge has done for her as a person, as a wife, as a mother, as a businesswoman, unbelievable, off the hook, unbelievable. This is a friend of hers and mine, Carla. Carla is diabetic, so this has done amazing things for her overall health. And obviously, you can see she is just shrinking, and she's even smaller. I can't even keep up with the before and after picture. She's even smaller. This is a beautiful friend of mine, Darlene. Darlene is someone that was always the fat kid growing up, had very low confidence. She actually lost her father at a very young age. He was only 53 years old. So she grew up overweight her entire life. Well, when she got to be about 46 and her father passed away when he was 53, she had to take a good hard look in the mirror and say, you know what, if I don't change what I'm doing, I'm going to end up right where he is when he did. So she has made tremendous progress. Again, this picture does not even do her justice. She's probably 20 pounds lighter than this picture right here, and is just doing amazingly, amazingly well. So let me just take you guys really quickly to Facebook, because they're actually in the process of deciding which people are going to be the winners of part of this $25 million challenge that they give away. So we actually get to vote on the winners. So people are really posting their before and after pictures on Facebook. So I just wanted to take you through a few of these because they're really powerful, guys. And, you know, the more you see, the more your belief level will grow. So this is someone, I don't know these people personally. This is Scott. He lost 51 pounds. Says at 40 years old, I have gone from being horribly out of shape to the best shape of my life. Lost 72 pounds. I have chosen to show, share, and empower a complete generation of baby boomers by demonstrating my own personal transformation. Jonathan lost 45 pounds. Not only have I extended my life by many years, but I will be a motivational tool and walking billboard to others who need inspiration to change their lives. Let's get some ladies in here. Here we go. Susan lost 90 pounds. The best personal reward was the fact that I was able to see the weight come off within the first week. How great is that? And last, we'll just give one more. Linda lost 40 pounds. Anybody who wants to lose weight or get in better shape must join the 90-day challenge, okay? So this is working, you guys. It is working in a big, big way. So another beautiful thing about this is, like I said, even the kits themselves will save you money because obviously you're spending more than $2 a meal. So wouldn't it be really great if you could actually get it for free? Hello, this is the most amazing thing ever. Literally, by you joining the challenge and getting 3 other people, okay? Your mom, your sister, your brother. I guarantee you know 3 people in your family, at work, whatever it is, at school, who need to lose weight, who want to get in better shape, who need to improve their overall health. So 3 people join the challenge with you, and guess what? Your kit is free. It will continue to be free as long as those 3 people or any 3 people are on the challenge with you. You do not have to go out there and get 3 new people to join the challenge every month, okay? They stick to it. You guys have a built-in support system. You guys have accountability. Do this. Go to your job. Say, hey, I'm going to launch a 90-day challenge at work. It's going to improve our overall performance in the workplace. We're going to have less sick days. We're going to have more productivity. And boom, there you go. Not only are you doing the challenge, you're getting your product for free, and you are making a contribution and inspiring others to do something that they should be doing anyway. Okay? So, what I'm going to do now is I am actually going to segue, because beyond getting your product for free, there is a beautiful and extremely lucrative business opportunity behind this. Not everybody is interested in that. A lot of people just say, hey, I just want to join the challenge. I want to, I'm perfectly fine paying for my kit. It's already going to save me money. Or, I definitely want to join the challenge, and hey, I absolutely know 3 people, so I may as well get it for free. If you are one of those 2 people, then you may not want to tune in for the rest of the information. So whoever invited you to this webinar, please go back to them directly. They have a website where you can go ahead and join the challenge. You will be able to see all of the different kits that I talked about here. It will get delivered to your door within 3 or 4 days, and you will be good to go. Okay? You will be provided with a program guide. You'll be able to log in to your back office and just get a ton of support. There's hundreds of recipes for these shakes, and it's the simplest thing that you will ever do. If you were invited through me, please go ahead and just shoot me a Facebook message, because you probably found me on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to get you started. Okay? So we are going to go ahead and segue into more of the business side of things, because ViSalus is going to pay someone for the referrals. So exactly what people do to get the product for free, right? We don't sell anything. I'm not a salesperson. I never wanted to be a salesperson, never did. Oops, I think I lost my audio. Hold on, it will come back in a minute. I'm assuming you guys cannot hear me because it's telling me I have no audio. So I will be right back. The audio should be right back in just a second. Okay. I should have audio again. I got a little notification saying it was gone, but it looks like we're back now. Okay. All right, so like I said before I got dropped off, is that ViSalus is going to pay someone for the referrals. So doing the exact same thing that you do to get your product for free, you can actually get paid. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm going to sell some shakes. First of all, we don't sell anything. I am not in sales. It is nothing like that. I don't keep inventory. I don't sell anybody anything. All we do is we share and we promote a 90-day health and weight loss challenge. That is all we do, okay? So simply by sharing the challenge with people, getting them to join the challenge and do the challenge with you, the company is going to pay you to do that, okay? So it can either pay you or it can pay the person that referred you. So, hey, why not have it be you? Because whether it's bringing an additional $500 a month into your household, that will just, relieve some pressure. Give you a little bit more money at the end of the month as opposed to month at the end of the money, right? I'm in North Carolina. I know in North Carolina last year, an additional $700 a month would have prevented about 90% of bankruptcies and foreclosures. So this can really, really change people's lives. Now, if you want to make a more significant income, we will definitely talk about that, because just so you understand my story, I really started working this business about 9 months ago, and within 5 months, it was able to retire my husband. Now, by retire my husband, he is still a fitness trainer. We offer a great, amazing fitness program here in Clayton, North Carolina. He is still doing that. But we do not have to do it for the money anymore. We actually have not charged for our services over the last 3 months. So what this has done for us as a family is, number one, it has already in 9 months created a 5-figure per month income for our family, which creates a tremendous amount of time and financial freedom, okay? So let me just go there with you for a minute, you guys, because I was actually talking to a young girl earlier today, but this goes for everybody, is that we really are figuring out, hopefully you guys are figuring out, that the whole fairy tale that we were fed when we were kids, as far as going to school, get good grades, get a good job, work for 30 or 40 years and retire, that is not working for people anymore. I used to do these presentations a month ago, and I would reference, being 60 years old, being a door greeter at Walmart. Well, guess what? They don't even have those anymore, you guys. So, number one, most people have a job that they absolutely can't stand. Number two, people work 40, 50, 60 hours a week and still have a hard time covering the bills. Number three, a lot of people are in a 2-income family, which, me having 5 kids, I am very sensitive to that, because you do have an opportunity to be home with your kids, okay? So if it bothers you that you're gone from your kids and maybe you got to drop them off at before care, make them stay at after care, you pick them up at 6:30, 7 o'clock, you go home, you either cook dinner or, you drive through to get dinner. You got to get their homework done, get them bathed, get them to bed, and that's like Groundhog Day every day, and that is really wearing at you. There is another life out there, you guys. Like when I was talking to this girl earlier today, she was young, in her early 20s, and I gave her an example. I'm like, look, you are at a fork in the road, and if you're 30, 40, 50 years old on this call, you are still at a fork in the road, because you have an option. You can either work on the 40-40-40 plan, which is this. You work 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of your income that you could barely live on in the first place. That's an option, okay? You can make a commute to work every day. You can work with a boss that doesn't appreciate you. You can be told what you're worth. You can be in a situation where the only way that you make money is to work more hours, or you're in a situation where you're already putting in 60, 70, 80 hours a week and you're on salary, so, no matter what, you're going to make the same money no matter how many hours you put in. And it's just this life where you don't even have time to enjoy it. You live for Fridays, then on the weekends, you got so much that you got to do because you didn't have time to do it during the week, and it's just this cycle. So I'm here to tell you, first of all, I don't believe that that's what we were intended to put on this earth to do. I believe that we were put on this earth with a purpose and in order to make a contribution. And when you're living that type of life, you don't even have the energy to contribute to anything. So some of you guys may say, oh, network marketing, that's one of those pyramid schemes. You know, nobody makes any money in those things. Only the people at the top make money. Okay, let me cover this real quick. Number one, for people that think it's a pyramid, first of all, pyramid schemes are illegal. This company, you know, it's set to be $1 billion company. We have, you know, millions of people joining this company. If it was a pyramid scheme, we would have been shut down a long time ago, okay? So, pyramid scheme, that's not even in the scope of what we're talking about right here. But if you want to refer to a real pyramid scheme, that is how I see the corporate world. Because think about it. In the corporate world, there's the CEO, there's the VPs, there's the managers, there's the employees, there's the maintenance people, right? And there's always less people at the top than there are at the bottom. Guess what? Nobody's ever going to make as much money as the guy at the top. The person who's, you know, the regular employee is never going to make as much money as the CEO. Are you kidding me? It's never going to happen. So to me, that is the real pyramid scheme that we have in our country. Okay? So I'm here to tell you this is an industry. Network marketing is an industry where you can leverage on the efforts of not only what you are doing, but what other people on your team are doing. Here's an example. People work a part-time job, right? People will work a part-time job 10, 15, 20 hours a week just to make, oh my gosh, $150, $200 a week, okay? So in order for them to make more money, they have to do what? Work more hours. Here's the deal in network marketing. You need to generate some additional income. Let's say you dedicate those same 10, 15 hours a week. Well, guess what? You have other people join your team that say, hey, yeah, this challenge makes sense. Definitely, I have people I can share it with. And by God, I definitely want to get paid for the people that are referred to the program. So guess what? You find 3 other people, they're putting in 10 hours a week. So guess what? Your productivity just went from 10 hours a week to 40 hours a week. But guess how many hours a week you're still working? 10. Okay? I really want you guys to understand that, because whatever you have been told about the network marketing industry, whoever told you that, unless they're living the life and really having the lifestyle that the network marketing industry can create, please don't listen to them, okay? That's like listening to someone that weighs 300 pounds and they're trying to give you weight loss advice. Or it's like going to a surgeon and getting advice on how to fix your car. Okay, you got to really, really put things in perspective. So I really wanted to say that because it's important that you guys open up your mind to what is possible. And in whatever you are programmed with, we were all programmed to believe something about our work life. So I'm here to tell you, I am 41 years old, and every single day I wake up absolutely loving what I'm doing, working with people that are seriously like family to me. And every day I have an opportunity to help people get in the best physical and financial shape that they have ever been in their entire lives. Please tell me that your job is that rewarding, okay? Or that your boss will ever pay you 5 figures a month to do what you're doing. Or give you a free car. We're about to talk about that in a second. All right, so let's keep going. I'm off my little soapbox. Okay. So how can I get paid? There's basically 3 different ways to come on board. And just so you guys know, I do see questions popping up. So I am going to save those for the end. And I will most definitely answer your questions. So if you have questions pop up, as looks like somebody got stuck on the keyboard. It's like 9, like a bunch of 9s. If you have any questions that pop up while I'm sharing this, please do not hesitate to type a little question in the chat area of your control panel, and I am more than happy to answer any questions. So There's 3 different ways to join the business, and they will all allow you to get paid. The first way is called the basic distributorship. I really refer to this as kind of the toe in the water. This is for people that just want to kind of try it out, you know, maybe earn some part-time income. So you pay $49. You also need to order whatever kit it is that you're going to personally use, okay? Because again, none of us are in sales. We are products of the product. We are simply sharing stories about what the product has done for us and other people that we know or have seen that it's working for. So $49 allows you to get paid. You order your kit. I always recommend at least a minimum of a shape kit, and you are in business, okay? If you're really serious about this and you have an entrepreneurial spirit, if you get it, maybe you're already a business owner, maybe you say, hey, you know, I really need a plan B. This whole job thing isn't working for me. Maybe you're saying, well, gosh, you know, I really need some supplemental income. These are the 2 kits that you want to take a look at. All of these are one-time fees. People ask, do I have to pay that every month? No. This is what you pay one time, you guys. So please tell me any other business or any other, you know, business opportunity where you can pay $500 or $1,000, and I'll tell you what's included in these, one time to literally make an unlimited income, okay? Any franchise business out there, any brick and mortar business out there, you will spend thousands to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars to start that business. Not to mention the fact that you will most definitely not be in profit mode for your first 3 to 5 years. That is just statistically speaking, okay? I'm not making that up. This is a business where you can invest $500 or $1,000 one time, literally make your money back in anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, and then from there make an unlimited income, okay? So for $499, you do not have to order any additional product on top of that. You will get the transformation kit, right, the $250 kit. You will get the buy pack, which is over $125 right there, and you will get sample packets to share with your friends and family because this product sells itself. It tastes amazing. They call it the shake mix that tastes like cake mix for a reason, okay? You can drink it plain. There's hundreds of different recipes. You don't feel hungry. You feel energized. It's amazing. So if you can just get people to experience it, it will literally sell itself. So $499, you are not only set up product-wise, but you are able to access the full compensation plan, not to mention the fact that you are eligible to earn the black or the BMW. It used to be that you could only get black, but again, just showing you the rate of growth of this company. Initially, they said you could get a free black BMW. My 528i is sitting in the driveway right now. I've also helped 21 people on my team earn their BMW, and it's the coolest thing because, like I said, I'm in business with my friends. So my kids do Taekwondo 5 days a week, and 2 of my closest friends are in the business with me, and they also have their BMW. So it is the coolest thing in the world for us to all be at Taekwondo, and all 3 of our black BMWs are sitting in the parking lot, okay? So I'll be sharing with you how to earn the BMW, but basically you have an opportunity, depending on how quickly you want to build your business, to within 30 to 90 days, even if it took you 5 or 6 months, tell me at your job how many people have earned a free BMW, okay? They give you a $600 car bonus every single month. And, you know, my car note is paid every single month. So not only can you get black, what happened is BMW actually contacted Visalis and said, look, so many people are earning the BMW. Like last month alone, you guys, over 930 people qualified for the BMW. This is not the type of company where only the top 0.00001% of people actually earn the car. I've been in a company like that. I have been in a company where my husband and I actually reached the 6-figure rank, even though we weren't really making six figures. You know, it's the six-figure rank, so that's different too. At the six-figure rank here, you really are making a six-figure income. But the company had been around for about 6 years, this other company, and there were, by the time we left that company, there were about 4 million distributors, and they had maybe 25 people earn the car because it was at the very top of the compensation plan. Well, with this, again, you will find ViSalus is the strongest, smartest marketing company I've ever seen. They put the car bonus at the very bottom of the compensation plan because guess what? A lot of your friends and family are going to have a see it to believe it attitude. So for people that are questioning whether this business really works, when you can pull up in their driveway 30, 60, 90 days later in your free BMW and the tag that they give you to put on the front says told you so, it is the best marketing tool in the world. So because so many people were qualifying for the BMW contacted ViSalus. The CEOs had a phone conversation, and they said, look, you guys are seriously depleting our black inventory. Is there any way that you guys can offer other colors to your promoters? So now we can get black, silver, or green, okay, which is very cool. So $499 one time, you have product, you get access to the full compensation plan, you are up and running in business, okay? Next is the ESS with samples. Again, one-time fee, $999. This is everything that you get in this kit here, plus over $600 in samples. So like I said, samples sell the product for you. So you can hand people samples. You can put samples in the mail. So if people have an opportunity to taste and experience this product, we are really, really big on samples. So this is a tremendous kit. Again, you know, you will make your money back. And so I always tell people, look, if you have a credit card, you can put it on the credit card. I will help you make that money back before your next credit card statement comes in the mail. Okay? So those are the 3 different ways that you can join the business. All right, so our entire compensation plan is solely and exclusively based on stars and cars. Stars and cars. That is all we talk about when we talk about moving through the compensation plan. So one of the things that we like for you to do is to get your product for free, because we really don't think anybody should be paying for this product. So it's very simple to go out there and find people to join the challenge with you. Okay, like I said, get your family members, get some coworkers, for them being customers. This has nothing to do with them joining the business, but simply by them being customers and joining the challenge, you can get your product for free. Okay, not to mention the fact that let's say they do the transformation kit, because like I said, most people have a significant weight loss goal. So your retail commission on that, boom, right there, you got $75 in the piggy bank. Okay. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to become a rising star. That basically means that you have reached the first rank of the company called director. And in order to do that, you have brought on 3 other people to do business with you. So remember I gave the example that you're working 10 hours and they're working 10 hours. Guess what? 3 people joining the business, you now have 40 or so hours worth of work going on. They come on board the same way you did, which I always recommend the ESS or the ESS with samples. So let's say they all come on board at the ESS level. You're going to earn fast start bonuses of $300. So boom, we're already at $375 in the piggy bank. Not to mention, if you do that in a 1-week time frame, which I teach you exactly how to do that, you earn, actually this is really low because the Rising Star pool, it will be as low as $75, but it can be up to, $200, $300, $400. So really lowballing it, you're at $450 in the piggy bank, okay? Not to mention the fact that you can actually earn that pool twice. I won't go into it too much, but, you've already made your investment back and you're in profit mode. So let's say that these people really get it and they say, you know what, if these samples really work, I'm going to go ahead and come on board with the ESS with samples, well, you get another bonus for that. So here we are at $900 in the piggy bank. So like I said, we grow by stars and cars. So that your first goal is to become a rising star director. And again, once you join the team, I will take you through a complete getting started training where we go through this in a lot more detail. But just so you get an overview of how this works, we help you go director. Then remember the 3 people that you brought on board? Well, guess what they're going to do? They're going to also go director, and we're going to help them do that. So in order to earn the BMW, people always want to know, how do I get a free BMW? You basically help 6 people on your team to do what you just did, and you have reached the rank of regional director. You are earning a monthly income on average of anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month, plus you go out, you can either buy the BMW and get $600 a month to pay for it, or let's say you don't like BMWs for some reason, you can still get a $300 cash bonus, okay? This is incredible. You go out, you pick out any BMW you want as long as it's at least a 2007. It can be a 3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, an X Series, the Z, the little convertible, whatever it is. You pick exactly what year, make, and model you want. Even if your car payment is $400 a month, they're not looking at that. All they're looking at is if it's a qualified color, a qualified year, it's a BMW, and they will literally right away start to send you a $600 a month lifetime BMW bonus. So even once you pay the car off, or let's say you want to trade it in and get a different BMW, you will continue to get that $600 a month, okay? All right. So this is a really, really great scenario because this business truly does grow virally. Because remember, you are not only getting paid on your efforts. As your team grows, you are getting paid and rewarded on every single person's efforts on your team, okay? So check this out. You know, your first goal is to get 3 people in the business with you. So let's say it just continues to grow by 3. Check out how your income grows with each time your business duplicates and compounds, okay? From 3 to 9 to 27, keep an eye on the piggy bank over here, guys, to 81. This is, you know, a lot of people's take-home pay. To 243, this is well surpassing what most people bring home, okay? To 729, and it goes on and on and on. Now, some people see this number and they think that's absolutely insane. I can tell you, I know a lot of people personally that are making this type of income. But let's say you failed this number by 90%, okay? By 90%. You are still generating a very nicely established full-time income for yourself, even if you fail this by 90%, okay? So here's the deal, guys. People say, well, what will it cost me monthly to run this business? Excuse me. Basically, because you're going to get your product for free, you won't have that expense other than shipping, which is maybe $10 or $15. The only other cost associated with running your business is $29 a month, you guys. For $29 a month, you get everything you need to promote the challenge. You get your personalized website. They order it right from your website. It gets delivered to your door. Everything about your business is recorded in real time. You have a back office that you can access from your computer. Plus, they have a mobile app. I run 90% of my business from my phone, you guys. This is beach money right here. It is absolutely amazing. You get a ton of training. And look, you know, doing well in this business is not just about following the simple steps, which we have very simple steps that you follow. Because we've been programmed to believe certain ways about making money or just what's possible for our life and our future, you really want to be working on your mindset as well. So between what the company offers and what I personally offer to the people on my team, because I offer a ton of support, training, mentorship, leadership, a lot of things are available to people on my team. You can literally run your business for about $40 a month to make an unlimited income. Unbelievable. All right. So a lot of people say, well, can I do this? Am I really cut out for this? I don't know. I'm not really a salesperson. Like I said before, I'm not a salesperson either. Nobody on my team is a salesperson for this anyway. I do have people that do it full-time for their job, but they don't even really utilize any of their sales skills in this business. But this is really all it takes. Like I said, we have a very simple but comprehensive getting started training that we take you through. We take you through the pre-party process. You have an entire support team. And we really grow this by challenge parties. You invite people into your home or into your office or to your church. We mix up some shakes. We watch a video about the challenge. We answer questions, and you're done. Okay? It is the simplest thing you will ever do. So if you've ever referred people to go see a good movie, if you've ever referred people to go to a good restaurant or a good doctor or a good mechanic, you can do this business, okay? All we do is we are in the referral business. We share what is working for us and other people that we know. If it makes sense to people, they come on board. If it doesn't, we let them go. Okay, I don't convince people to do anything in this business. People either get it or they don't. It's either the right time or it isn't. Okay, so this is really changing people's lives in a big way. Just for an example, this is Kevin Merriweather. He was a UPS driver for 20 years, you guys. Okay, within 6 months, he replaced his income. He became what he refers to as job optional. And now him and his wife are retired, raising their sons. Okay, so that lifestyle is possible for you guys. All right. Excuse me, another great thing that this company does is they are all about giving back to the community. So their big cause that they contribute to is feeding hungry and needy kids. So because these meal replacement shakes are non-perishable and they are the best nutrition that these kids can really get, a lot of times people donate food and it's canned foods that really don't have a lot of nutrient value to them. You can actually donate $24, and that will give 30 meals to kids wherever you want the meals donated, whether it's a local food bank or whatever it is, and the company will match that. So for $24 a month, you're donating 60 meals to kids in need, which I think that's just really great. So we're getting ready to wrap things up, but it's important that you understand who is behind this because this is a solid company, you guys. This company is really just getting started. Right now, we are set and poised to be a billion-dollar company. So let me put this in perspective in this industry. The network marketing industry has been around for decades, for pretty much about 100 years. Well, in that time, a handful of companies have reached the billion-dollar mark. Those companies are names that you're very familiar with. I'm talking Avon, Mary Kay, Amway, the big companies. When they reached $1 billion, they were international. They were probably in 20 or 30 countries by the time that they reached the $1 billion mark. Well, like I said, you have an amazing opportunity in your hands because ViSalus right now is poised to be not only a $1 billion company, but we are about to be the first company in a century-long industry to reach $1 billion in the U.S. and Canada alone. We have not even launched in other countries yet. That will be happening over the next 2 to 4 years. So if you want a ground floor opportunity where, the company has been around for 7 years, the challenge was launched 2.5 years ago, they have had double-digit growth, double-digit percentage growth every single month. Even if you just wanted to make a smart business investment, tell me what other companies on the stock market or in a 401k or a mutual fund is every single month, month after month, having double-digit growth. So we have 3 dynamic founders. These are 3 young entrepreneurs that have made millions of dollars in this industry. So they did not come from some corporate background and decide to start a network marketing company. No, they came up in this industry. All these guys grew up, lower to middle class lifestyles, wanted something bigger for themselves. Ryan Blair, the CEO, grew up, gang member in the hood, brought himself out, and is now such a dynamic leader of this company. We also have a brilliant scientific advisory board. We literally have the tops in the industry to always ensure that we have the very best, high-quality, proven products on the market. We also have a seasoned executive team, from the CFO to the COO to all of the different executive positions. These guys come to the table with years and decades of experience and success in this industry. Last but not least, we have a billion-dollar partner. Go ahead, do your own due diligence. Blythe is a publicly traded New York Stock Exchange $1.6 billion per year company, and that is our financial backer. They basically saw what was happening with the challenge. Ryan Blair was already associated with the Gergen family, okay, which if you're not familiar with the Gergen family, just to give you a little bit about where they are, if you go to the Wharton School of Business, which is one of the top business schools in the entire country, and you want to study entrepreneurship, you would study it at the Gergen School of Entrepreneurship, okay? They are basically, the new, you could put them in the category of the Kennedys and the Carnegies and things like that. So they are our financial backing. So we are a strong, stable, growing company, okay? So like I said, just making a smart business decision, it just makes sense. So at this point, you're going to fall into one of 3 categories. You want to either just join the challenge, hey, I have some weight to lose, I have some lean muscle to build, I need some energy, I need to improve my overall health, get back to the person that shared this with you, get their website, join the challenge today. Maybe you're a number 2 that says, hey, I want to do exactly what the number 1 person is doing, but shoot, if I can get my product for free, I want to get it for free, okay? You're a number 2. If you're a number 3 that says, okay, I definitely want to join the challenge, definitely makes sense for me to get my product for free, and if somebody's going to get a check with their name on it, I want it to be mine, you are a number 3, okay? If you fall into any of those 3 categories, please immediately get back to the person that invited you. Let them know if you are a 1, a 2, or a 3, and let's get this thing started. So if you guys have any questions, I will stay on the line, and you can go ahead and shoot me any questions. I did record this, so if you have people that now that you've seen this presentation and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to have some other people take a look at this, then you are more than welcome. I will be posting it on my Facebook page realistically by tomorrow morning. So you are more than welcome to share that with anybody that you would like to share it with. So unless anybody has any questions, we are going to call this a wrap. I appreciate you guys taking the time to learn more information about this challenge, and I really look forward to having the opportunity to work with you. Let's see what this question is. You are very welcome. And absolutely, somebody's asking who's here, because I know some people invited people. So if you would like to know if your guest showed up, I'll go ahead and do a quick roll call. Some people have, I've noticed, dropped off over the last couple of minutes as I was wrapping up. But right now, what we have on the line is Annette Cormier, Dean Cantave, Lisa DeWolf, Diane Hamlin, Jeannie Full, Jennifer Masrock, Jim Ryan, Ken and Tab Collins, Lori Joyner, Maritza Santiago, Robin Copen, Tabitha Marburger, Torrance Moses, Tracy, I will learn how to pronounce your last name, and Zoe Hansen. So thanks again, you guys, for tuning in. Have an amazing night, and I will talk to you soon.